Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday, by the way, if you're watching this in real time, because I upload videos every Monday and Wednesday. So hi, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Today's video is on one of my favorite celebrities, so I'm very excited. I started this new little thing on my channel where we do girl talk, and we just talk about girly things and different celebrities and what they're doing on their diet and, exercise and stuff like that. So this time we're talking about Julianne Hough, who is one of my favorite celebrities. I first started becoming obsessed with her on Dancing with the Stars. Even though she only danced and didn't really talk that much, I could already tell oh my god, she's such a bright, positive person. And since then she's remained the same. You could just tell she's just a happy person, and I like that she doesn't go on too many rants, and she keeps it very positive and light. When I look at her, I'm sunshine. I don't know. She's one of those celebrities that when you look at her posts or Twitter or interviews, she keeps it positive. There's a lot going on in the world, and sometimes we don't need to hear all the drama and the rants and my life is so hard and that kind of stuff. I appreciate that she keeps it happy. Recently I checked out her blog. She has a blog where she posts her meal ideas and recipes and what she thinks of different foods and just all sorts of stuff. She also has clothes on there. So lately I've been reading up on that, and just before making this video, just reading up about her meal plan and her exercise plan. So I thought we can kind of break it down, first start with the workout, what she does, and then the meals. I'm going to be sharing what they do, but then how you could do that at home. One of the things that she does is she takes private training sessions and, private Pilates classes, but I'm going to share different ways you can still do things like that at home without having a trainer. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started. Okay, so starting with her workout. The girl's body is looking amazing. She does have that perfect dancer's body that always comes to my mind. When I think of a dancer's body, I think, toned and lean and pretty much Julianne Hough. She just has been looking better. She looks like she put on a little more muscle. I think she looks amazing. So I thought, let's talk about her workout side of things first. So one thing I read about her workout is that she does like to work out at least 5 times a week. When she can't, it's okay. And I read that she's not too hard on herself if she can't, but for the most part, she does like to work out 5 times a week and start her morning out with a workout. So something that I gather from that is that I don't know if she's doing fasted cardio or not. A lot of you guys know I love fasted cardio. Basically, fasted cardio is just working out with nothing in your stomach and then eating after a workout. So I don't know if she's doing that, but even if she's eating a little something, she still likes to work out early in the morning. And I kind of agree with that to an extent. A lot of days that makes sense. You wake up and you feel great and you have a great workout. And that was something that she said. She feels accomplished after she has a great workout in the morning. Now, the reason why I say to an extent is because some of us just don't have a lot of control over our schedule, and it's not always easy to work out in the morning. Sometimes the only time you can work out is at night. So I just want to, put that out there that a workout is still better than no workout. It doesn't have to be in the morning. Okay, so now let's talk about the workouts that she likes to do. So she loves Pilates. She loves taking dance classes, which is obvious. She's a professional dancer. I'm sure dance is always going to be a big part of her life. She likes lifting weights with trainers. She likes working out with different trainers. Hiking. I love that she said she likes to hike just because I like to hike here in LA. It's a great way to burn calories and to work different muscle groups. At one point we're going uphill and then we're going downhill and then we kind of jogged a little bit. So it's a great way to kind of get that full body kind of workout other than just walking straight on a treadmill, and that's not a lot of fun. Another thing I read about her workout is that she does get bored easily. She loves cardio, but she does get bored easily. So sometimes she'll pop around and take a dance class here and then another week take Pilates or something like that. So I like that. I've mentioned on my channel before, I get bored easily. I know you guys have mentioned in comments you get bored easily. I think the cheapest but most efficient way to kind of get over that, oh, I get bored easily, but how can I kind of afford it and that kind of stuff. If you can't afford to just randomly go to this class and randomly go to that class, it gets expensive. One thing is you join a gym. You want to try a dance class or try a cardio class like she does. You can join a gym, and what I would do is, if you're interested in something like this, look at all the gyms in your area and see which ones have the best classes and then join it. That is one way to pay the same price every month and get to take a variety of classes. So you could take Zumba. Some gyms even have Pure Barre now, which is that class where you hold onto a bar and it's very ballet inspired, but you know, you work everything. You work your butt, you work your legs, you work your arms. And then there's also different cardio classes. One of my favorites is a boot camp class, and it's called Body Attack. There's all sorts of different things you could do. There's even Pilates at gyms. So now let's talk about her diet and her meal plan and just kind of some meal ideas. You know, she does take a cheat day. I just want to like throw that out there that I am so happy to hear that, because I take a cheat day and I always recommend to you guys to take a cheat day, but I feel like celebrities and really anybody like in the public eye is afraid to mention if they take a cheat day, because I don't know, it's not everyone's cup of tea. So one conclusion that I made, and I don't want anyone to get upset, and this is not something that she said, this is just a conclusion, like my little hypothesis of her diet based on her recipe ideas, based on, you know, different things she mentioned she eats in interviews and different meal ideas she puts on her blog. You know, she's somebody that, since she does have a blog and is open about what she eats, I can kind of like make this conclusion. Okay, my conclusion is that she does stick to a low carb diet, but I'm not saying like low carb like Atkins where she's eating like processed, you know, 100-calorie packed snacks. I'm not saying that at all. Just based on, you know, her meal ideas and based on what she says she eats and different recommendations, it seems that she doesn't have a lot of bread in her diet. She said that she does like to splurge when she does take a cheat on wine, so that leaves me to believe she doesn't, you know, consume a lot of sugar in her diet. I don't remember if this was in an article or on her blog. Either way, it came from her, but she was saying that she used to be a really big dessert person, but now she'd rather save that sugar for a glass of wine. So definitely right there tells me she does keep track of her carbs, she does keep track of her sugars. And to each person, that could mean a different thing. Watching your carbs to somebody might be, you know, counting every single carb. Or it can mean, you know, reducing your simple sugars like bread, like sugar. And that's what I think she's doing. I think she's super healthy, but I did notice from her recipes that I'm not seeing a lot of bread and, you know, high carb foods. So the first big part about her diet that she mentions in articles and on her blog, if you read her blog, then you know she's a big fan of adding a ton of fruits and a ton of vegetables to her diet and has those every single day. Other meal ideas she shares is she loves to have omelets and eggs for breakfast with avocados and tomatoes, and she makes them like look really good. She also loves, you know, lean meats. She has fish and chicken with vegetables. So basically all those meals sound really good. They're all really healthy. I did read that she has wraps sometimes, but wraps are not that high in carb. One recipe she posted on her blog that I'm so excited to try, it's this avocado pudding thing. It looks really awesome, but once again, that's a way to kind of cut on the sugar and to have avocado in place of chocolate and adding a little bit of cocoa. And like I said, she does take a cheat day. She says some of her favorite cheat meals are pasta, a glass of wine, desserts here and there. So, you know, to me, her diet and exercise plan is very well rounded. I don't look at her diet and I'm like, oh my gosh, the girl, she's starving, or oh my gosh, she's doing too much. Like, she looks like she's really happy. Her skin looks good. That's always how I can kind of tell, at least with myself, that, you know, if I'm going too hard on cheat days and having too many simple sugars, I'll see, you know, pimples come out, and they'll come in weird places like my back or, you know, on my cheeks, or if it's that time of the month. But yeah, I think her diet is super healthy. I think she's really creative on her blog with different meal ideas. I'm definitely going to be trying out some of her recipes, especially the sweet ones, because my sweet tooth lately has been like, I don't know what it's been, but it's been crazy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope maybe you learned something and enjoyed just hanging out with me today. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!